should be ready for going live. But it's not, it never is. Hello. Nope, that's not what I want to see. Anyway, hello listeners, and well, you listeners? So 2012. Good evening, and welcome back to Gadabout Thursdays. This is part two of this evening. Part one, I had a little mistake. I thought something was meant to be playable because it told me it was, and it's not, so you're getting 3 parts. I'm going to stay up late, so I did a review of Harley Quinn's new Rebirth skin, as much as you can review a Fortnite skin. This right here, which I'll get to in a minute, and then later on tonight, just stay tuned because there's a viewer here, Andy, that I don't want him to know what I'm doing, what I'm playing, but he will find out. So anyway, what am I doing just now? That's a very good question. What I'm doing is sound checking the fuck out of this. This right here, which my sound's fine, so hopefully you can hear Fraser. If Fraser would like to say a few words, this is Fraser here. Look at me pointing it the right direction. That's him there. He's the cute guy with the bald head there.
Naughty.
No, what is he thinking? Oh, sorry, this is just how professional we are. Yep, you can hear Fraser, so we're all good. We can come off of that. So, what I'm doing here, if anybody's a viewer of the channel, which I know at least 5 of you are, thank you for tuning in. I did one of these Ali Meets, it might have even been last year now because the months are just all merging into one. All of a sudden my daughter's got her first dance lesson, still can't get PS5, COVID's still a thing. I did one with Mr. Fred Rojas, who did Gaming History 101 previously on the All Games Network, and we did one of these before. This one, I don't think it's going to go quite the same way as me and Fred, because me and Fred ended up talking about politics and stuff, but I've kind of gave Fred, Bond, I will string you up, I kind of gave Fraser a small brief about what we're doing tonight. So basically, last time me and Fred, we just shot the shit, basically. Fraser and me, for people that don't know, I'll let Fraser introduce himself, but basically, Fraser used to be on 42 Level 1 many moons ago, back when it was radio only, and he's always welcome back, as everybody knows. But Fraser's got his own jam going on, which is what I want to talk about tonight with him. I want to talk about his evolution in gaming. I want to talk about where he's came from, where he's at now, and what he's loving about games at the moment in general. So I'll pass you over to Firenuts himself. It's not old Firenuts anymore, as far as I remember. It's big Firenuts. I do subscribe to all his stuff. I can't promise I'll watch it all, but that's just because I'm a good friend like that. I've got stuff going on. There's plenty of stuff there for everybody. I'll let Fraser talk about what he's doing just now, and then we'll go back to the very beginnings to get a Fraser origin story of gaming, and we'll talk about state of gaming currently and where Fraser's going. And I want to hear about his Twitch successes, which I know he's had many of recently. But anyway, over to you, Big Firenuts himself.
Hi everyone, my name's Fraser, as I always said, Big Firenuts, and I kind of class myself as a PC gamer now. I've moved away from console. Much to our dismay.
You left me with Andy, man. He's fine.
But yeah, I like to stream on Twitch as well. Well, whenever I can, really. It's hard because you've got a family and the kids. It's one kid and a house to uptake, so a bit full-time job. But you just kind of try and play around it, and I really enjoy what I do. So it's good. It's just really relaxed streaming I do, though. It's not really in depth. I've got a couple of friends and part of a few Discords now. Big one called The Collective, and another one called What Are You Doing? Oh, Bond, my friend.
Look.
Oh, I miss Bond.
Yes.
But yeah, and James, he plays as well, is a good friend of mine. He started up a Discord recently, and we support each other on that and play with each other online games. But yeah, it's been good. It's been a strange year. Anyway, kind of delved a bit more into it. Spent too much money on it.
Yeah, so PC gaming, as you know, and people with the show know, is not really my jam, to say the least. I've got a perfectly fine laptop that will run most things now, but I just tend to stick away from it. What was it that drew you didn't draw you completely away from consoles, but what kind of moved you over to consoles apart from or was it the hobby aspect of it? Because I know you're a tinkerer.
Of what moved me on to PC, you mean?
Yeah, what kind of made that shift for you? Because I knew, like, when we first met, you've been a gamer for years that we'll talk about in a minute, but you were primarily console gaming. But what was it that appealed to you about the PC side of stuff that kind of grasped you, that grabbed you? What was it that got you?
The lights.
Yeah, well, Fraser's got an obsession with these multicoloured RGB lights. I won't call them fairy lights. Oh, there it did. These RGB lights. But was it the hobby aspect? Was it just the community, the games, or?
Well, to be fair, like, I always had a PC. You know, I'm a graphic designer, and the similarity between graphic design builds and PC gaming builds, like, brand, it's just all the same stuff. You need a good graphics card. You need good RAM. You need good setup. And I was playing console a lot. I mean, you know, they're doing all nighters and stuff like that. We used to play
making
Halo.
Michael miss work shifts because of COD and stuff.
But even before that, you'd spend all night playing Halo games. Halo nights
until you had to leave more, not because you wanted to, but it was polite because it was like 9 a.m. Getting drunk up at your dad's and trying out his 3D telly with Sonic.
I should go home. But I don't know. I think as we got older, there was less of us playing and having kids, families, responsibilities. Less as playing as constant in console. And I mean, I work from home, and I'm quite lucky in the way Martina's quite happy with me playing. I don't go to the pub, I don't watch football or bet or gamble or anything like that. Gaming's my thing, and me and my friend James ended up deciding to try out Call of Duty on the PC, and I was awful, like really bad compared to console. Like, changing from a control pad to mouse and keyboard, it's an absolute nightmare. Even trying to change back's a joke. But you know, it was a bit of fun, and then it just kind of evolved from there. We started up the Discord, we met more people online, and now, you know, I'm at absolutely no loss to play with people any night of the week. You know, it's there's a good community online PC. I don't know. It's just strange. It's just changed from consoles so much. I barely turn on the consoles. I think the last time was last night with you.
I mean, you normally, you were there with me and Andy waiting in Andy's car for the PS4 to come out, and this time around you didn't even bother. You were happy. But talking about that, like the hobby aspect of obviously building the PC, I think that's mainly like one of the things that puts me off in a way, jokes aside, that we give each other stick in our WhatsApp groups. It's mostly for me, I pretended that I liked Android phones for a while, but you know me, I've got no patience. And I'm an iPhone user. It works. I don't want to have to tinker with it. It does what I need it to. Same applies my console. I put a game in, it works. I don't want to have to go, I'm going to need more RAM. And I know it doesn't happen as often as I'm making out, but it does happen. And or change my graphics card out, or I need a fan settings change. This laptop's got fan settings that I don't even want to hear about that keep popping up. Like, and it's not because it's run out. I'm just like, I don't care about adjusting my fans. So, like, talking to that, what have you got running under the hood, as all the car guys say? I'm pretty sure they still say that, or they did in the early 2000s anyway.
I will tell you a list properly.
I heard that phrase in Fast and the Furious, if I'm being honest. I don't know.
If I go to channel and about, so I'll just stop any video that plays. Oop. So under the hood now, I have MSI Supreme GeForce 3070 card, because I couldn't get a 3080. I wasn't allowed.
Oh, they were so difficult to get as well, like those ones.
Well, they were so, because they came out, like they were late coming out because of, they were late coming out. Scalpers hit it. There was a chip shortage. There still is a chip shortage.
There is, and there's a boat stuck in Egypt. Boat still stuck there.
One of my friends actually ordered a 3080, and it was supposed to be here months and months ago, and he eventually, like, I think it was 800 quid they spent on it, maybe, but even at that was way too much. But he just gave up and spent £1,500 getting one, ordering something, a 3080 from someone else. I was like, that's nuts. But I've got a 3070, more than happy with that. I've got a Ryzen 5 3600X processor, which is a 6-core, 12 virtual cores. The Corsair H150i Pro XT cooler system, an Asus Bionic X570 series motherboard. I've got 32GB Corsair Vengeance 3200 RAM. I've got two Corsair Force MP510 series M.2 drives. So those are the ones that people are waiting on for PlayStation 5 for them to open up for.
So blame
Like,
Fraser if you
them.
can't get a PS5 because he's bought them all.
And then everything else is just I'm running a Razer Siren Pro. I've got my Elgato Stream Deck. I just purchased an Elgato capture card, the 4K 60 Pro, and everything else is Corsair. Lights, fans, the LL120s now, the fans. And I have a Lian Li, can't remember the name of it now, Lian Li aquarium style case. A couple of Corsair ST100 headset stands, a Corsair Virtuoso headset, a Corsair Void Pro headset, and I think that's just about it.
How many monitors do you have currently?
I've just, well, physically now, right, as of today, I just changed out one monitor for my 4K 65-inch Samsung TV. So that's now there, and I've got 4 virtual monitors on it, and another 3 physical monitors, so 7.
So practically more than Bruce Wayne himself. So for me, like I used to have my 2 monitors. The only, like you said, it's very difficult these days with the stage of our lives that we've hit. But I tend to find myself doing this, like talking about games with people or gaming rather than playing games. And it's just simply because of the schedule. And sometimes you know what it's like. You become too tired to even game at some points when you've got children, wife, house, family. And it's just a lot. And your full-time jobs that we've got. So it's like, I enjoy doing this a lot. You know, I always have. I mean, this is like my 9th year doing shows. And we used to have to get absolutely wasted, like steaming to do it. And I know you especially did.
I was very nervous about talking.
You are, but look at you now. Like, so I would say even before Twitch, like me asking you to do this, you would absolutely hate it. But since Twitch, I think you've been on a couple of times since we moved to YouTube full time. You were on the PlayStation 5 review, I think, so we could wind up Andy, and you were maybe on another one. But would you agree that Twitch has made you more confident, like as a person, like just in general, not in day-to-day life, but I mean doing this and being more willing to speak and things? Because Fraser in real life is full of confidence. Like, this is not reflective of Fraser if you've ever seen him or heard him nervous on this show.
I'm not full of confidence. Shut your hole.
You are.
No, just for you. I would definitely, like, I tell you, the reason why I streamed a little bit from consoles before, but I just immediately gave it up. I was like, no, I don't like this. I'm not comfortable doing this. People are talking to it. Nah. And a very off-putting factor was you don't have viewers, and I was like, what's the point? Fuck it. But now, oh yeah, can I swear again? No. Yeah,
it's not suitable for children. This shit. If you're a child watching this, go to bed. Bethany, I'm talking to you if you're watching.
But you know, like once I started streaming on Twitch on the PC, that was different. You know, you've got way more control on the PC than you do on a console when you're streaming. Like it's just better for it, you know. And I'm not saying it's better to play on before you say anything. I'm just saying if you can.
This is not that kind of show. Like I said last night when we played online, it's been a long time since me and you have did this. Attitudes have changed. What we've realised in the show, and Andy laughs about it, is Andy's become me back in 2014. He's negative about stuff. He hates everything. Doesn't give anything a chance. Very narrow-minded when it comes to opinions. And like the only thing that's missing is red wine. But we think he's going to evolve in the next year to 2014, Alec, where he's going to hit the red wine, and that'll be a treat if he does. So yeah, like I get what you mean by the streaming, because you got a lot more options. Like one of my biggest pet hates just now about the recent consoles is like we do Gears of Wednesday on a Wednesday, so you can't hear me in the stream because the Series X Twitch app isn't set up to do party chat included in the broadcast, so you can only literally hear Andy, whereas and also if you plug in your camera, you get a square and you barely get any options. PS5 will give it its due. You go to your menu, you hit broadcast, you can do YouTube or Twitch. Xbox is literally just Twitch, and you can position your camera wherever you want, circles, squares, like so. It's a basic version of what we've got here. This is Streamlabs, obviously I'm running this off of, and as everybody that watches this can tell, I'm rubbish at all this stuff, and yeah, it is through fault of my own, because like Fraser has helped us out in the show. Like graphics wise, Fraser designed 42 logo. He's designed every logo except the very first one, which was me just mirroring the 24 image. That was how basic it was. Thumbnails are all me though. Like I ain't giving Fraser credit for my thumbnails. I love doing my thumbnails.
No, I don't want your credit for your
No,
thumbnails.
because they're made bad on purpose. Like, do you know?
No, they're really good. I like them.
The point is, like, I probably could learn to do this stuff, and I'm like, I'm a that'll do if it's passable, what'll do kind of person when it comes to this, and I really shouldn't be, but. On the PC, back to what you were saying, the streaming options are phenomenal, and I've still got a lot to learn in this. Andy wanted to do like state of plays on just now for Ratchet and Clank, which I would have done, but I couldn't figure out the right way to do it here. And he sent me a 2-hour video like yesterday, and I had work today, so I was like, this isn't going to happen. But the PlayStation's came a long way. Xbox hasn't. Since it lost Mixer, it really doesn't have any options in my mind. Like, for streamers, it's not friendly. I've got more options on my mobile to stream than I do on my Xbox. But anyway, so that's a kind of brief coverage of what Fraser has under his hood, giggity, and like confidence levels. So with Twitch, we'll get back to in a minute. What is it? What is it about it that makes you want to stream to Twitch? Is it the achievements? Is it the community? Is it the audience that you can gather there? Because obviously we chose YouTube and we're kind of sticking to it. I feel like with Twitch last week, but we won't get into that.
I went with Twitch because it seemed to be the streaming platform. You know, it was set up like for everybody. Like, this is Twitch. This is what you stream to. I know Ninja left for Mixer and swore off Twitch after all that rubbish, but. And a lot of people are now diving into YouTube because YouTube's going to be the new meta for streaming because of the fact that it's going to be all under one umbrella. They're going to have streaming and videos and everything else. So, but you know, there's problems with that as well when it comes to YouTube because they've just
the algorithm's horrible.
Well, they've changed the algorithms for short videos.
Yep.
So, like, you've got to have at least a 2-minute long video, which is fine, you know, for streamers and stuff that want to stick up raw content like myself. I've put things on my YouTube channel and it's literally just here's my stream in sections, part 1, part 2 kind of thing. But I did make up a mixed video and things, but I do sometimes post up funny skits, like funny little just funny videos, like clips that have happened. Yeah, but I mean I'm not going to do that now because like I said, the 12th of this month, the revenue dropped like I think it was 60-70%. So this is a problem as well for Twitch streamers, and they're worried about this, like moving over to YouTube. But like I say, I'm going to stick with Twitch, but just because I don't want to make a career out of this. I do this because, to be honest with you, it makes me feel a lot better. I'm working on my speech, my pronunciation, because I'm a mumbler. You know this.
Yes.
I also have a problem going up and down on the old decibel octaves. I don't know what you want to call it.
I don't know. I'm not a singer.
I'm like this, and I talk like this, and this is how I talk. You know. But now I'm getting a bit more animated. You want to call it? And facial expressions, all the rest of it. That's. I'm going to stick with Twitch. You know, like it does the job I need it to. It has achievements. I get a good community off it, and all my friends are on it as well. Like on the Discord channel and stuff like that. We all do it. Plus, I've set it all up now. You know, doing that again.
Yeah, that's true. So, like, we do have a Twitch, obviously, and we do stream some stuff there, but I don't know why we came back to YouTube. Do you know, it's because, we got in YouTube very early, and I kind of wish we'd stuck to it. So we had content there, and we got to choose our own channel name, which, as you know now on YouTube, you can't unless you've got, like, 1,000 odd subscribers and, like, 500 views a week or something crazy, something like that anyway. So the only time our channel really jumps up, this is when we realise we got it all wrong, but we're not changing it back for your reason now. When I do my unboxings and stuff on Gadabout Thursdays, they go instantly into the hundreds, sometimes more. One of my unboxings is up in like the 10,000s for views, and we realised nobody's watching this content unless you're IGN or kind of funny. But that's not why we do it. Like, there are people that watch this that message me randomly. A guy that I went to, I think I told you about it, the guy I went to chefing with. If you're watching, hi John, hi. I haven't spoke to him in many years. Just messaged me and said, I like what you're doing on YouTube, chef. And I was like, that's cool. Just out of nowhere, just watching what I'm doing. And I enjoy doing this. I'm really not. Obviously, it would be nice to build a community and things like that, because we left All Games, which was a ready-made community, because the previous owner came back and, I'm going to lie, ruined it. I have nothing good to say to him. I made my thoughts clear on that Discord, and much to Andy's disdain, he's a peacekeeper. But my main thing is, Fraser here, like, We were there for 8 years, 7 years, keeping his site afloat, getting him all the ad revenue for our like streams and stuff like that. And we didn't get a word of warning. I went to go live one Tuesday night, and I had to go in the Discord saying like Tiger Claw. Remember Tiger Claw? I was like, what's going on with my stream? And Scott popped up, and he's the guy that used to do G4 TV, which is now coming back, but I don't think he's much to do with it. And he took it over his basically personal blog, and it's now an ad-filled, horrible website, and there's no radio shows on it anymore. So he ruined a perfectly good community that was running for the best part of a decade with his excuse of, I was paying for it. I would have said, I'll pay for it myself and take it off you if you're going to do, if I knew what he was going to do to it. But anyway, we are here now, and I enjoy doing this. I miss all games very much so. We've outlasted a lot of shows. Even the B teams no more that used to be there.
Really?
Yeah, the B team disbanded. They kind of lost members, and like we started with like 5 or 6 as well. But we've kind of got our core. There's always someone that we could get on if like I'm off or Andy's off that would help out and do stuff. Previous hosts and such like. But the B team disappeared. VGO left and went to a comedy network, which I don't know how it fits. And some of the other guys just went, and that's it. So it's a shame, but I just like doing this. It's like a hobby. Like I bought this boom mic, which I never thought I'd be doing in my life, and it's because I'm sick of, like, when I moved here I didn't have a desk, as you know, and it's now a playroom for the kids. So I've been sitting talking to Andy like that to the microphone for the past like year since we've been on YouTube. So this has come in handy. So see, for anyone that's getting into like streaming and stuff on YouTube, my suggestion is be specific. Don't try and bounce yourself about too much, and put up like do content at the same time every week so your audience knows. I mean, it's not a huge growth, but we jumped up 20 subscribers once we met the weekly schedule. Like, we were sitting on like 60s. We don't have high subscribers. We've got like 81, 80, round about that, and we get views, but we built 20 subscribers just simply by putting out, here's what we're doing Monday to Friday at 9 o'clock. Oh, Thursdays don't count, Andy, before you say anything. I know he might be watching, I don't know, but like, he will watch this back. I don't care. Thursdays are mine, as you know. It's for me to do whatever the fuck I want. So I'm doing 3 parts tonight. Deal with it. So like, the thing is consistency. What would you say is a key? Is it similar for Twitch? Obviously, I'm not a big Twitch streamer. We just use it for recording certain things. What would you say is key for Twitch, Fraser? Like, when you're streaming over there, is it similar, or is it getting on the latest game quick enough? Like, is that a thing?
Oh, it doesn't hurt. Like, technically, you're advised to like stay away from the top games, because the top streamers are going to be already doing them. You're not going to get those views; they're already being used. But you know, I'd say the best thing that I do, I feel anyway, is I play what I want to play. Do you know? Like, I don't tend to conform to what people say. Like, you shouldn't do this. I don't care. Like, if you're happy playing something and if you show that, like, you're enjoying it and you're playing with friends or anything like that, you know, as long as you show you're not forcing yourself to do this, and you're going to get good views and good subscribers and stuff like that. And like I say, join some communities and stuff like that and look for support. But, you know, don't just stream something because you think you should. And don't sit there and worry about schedules and things like that either, because the worst thing you can do is push yourself to do streams when you're tired. See, when you're absolutely shattered. Sometimes you don't have a choice, maybe, like, this is the only time you've got to do it and you're worried about losing viewers. Don't, like, just, if you are so tired that you just aren't in the mood to play your game, you're not going to enjoy it, and your viewers are going to, like, see that. Do you know what I mean? You're on camera. Another point being, be on camera. Don't, like, they get a lot of streamers and stuff like that, and gamers that don't use a camera. That's fine. If you see someone famous streaming, like, maybe it is Ninja or something like that, or maybe it's
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg, right? And they're not using a camera for this portion of the game.
They're recognisable in the first place.
They don't need to use a camera. Do you know? They know, you know who they look like. You want to listen to them. You recognise their voice, their friend's voice already. They don't need to use a camera sometimes, but you should start using the camera as soon as you can. It familiarises and humanises yourself with your target audience. But like I say, play games that you want to play. Don't play what you think you should because somebody said this is the newest game out. If you're excited about that new game, like for me, if it's a Call of Duty game coming out, I'll get it and I'll play it because I want to. I like Call of Duty and I'm fucking good at it. So unless Sam's here,
can confirm.
Sam's one of the guys in our Discord that is just like amazing at Call of Duty. Sorry, Davis, it's better than you.
I always found Davis was better at Destiny when I played with Davis. Like, he was really good at Destiny.
I didn't even know Davis played Destiny.
He did. Me and Davis were alpha beta testers in Destiny, like way back
me
when.
and you were.
We played even before me and you did. We did.
You?
Yeah, Davis and me played quite a bit.
Slut.
I don't think any of you guys really knew Davis as well back then, to be fair.
No.
Hi Davis, you know that you'll be watching, you'll be chatting up some bud. Tall, good looking
We'll do his
bastard.
stream probably.
Yeah, he will be. No, that's good advice, because I do feel that as well. Like, don't get me wrong, Andy says my best videos are when I'm streaming something I don't like to play, but I think that's his personal preference on it. He likes to see me not like something, but I don't know if everybody else would feel the same, because I enjoy doing a video. Like, I just stopped though. I stopped doing that because it was the medium, not gonna lie, and I ended up playing the medium on my PC actually, because it ran just as well, and the streaming options, like you said, I hated that game, and I like my survival horror games, especially ones that are designed like that, like Resident Evil. Silent Hill's okay, but it's not my favourite. Resident Evil is, and I just didn't get
I loved
it.
the medium.
Yeah,
I thought it was great.
I just didn't click with
Different
me.
strokes.
Different strokes for different folks. But Andy loved it. But he loved watching me. He was actually asking me to stream this game so he could watch me not like it. And I think he was just sitting giggling for a full hour at me hating it. So I dropped it, and I made Gadabout Thursdays, but it's like, do you know what? The reason I'm doing Gadabout, Andy's doing Mondays and Bloodborne. That's fine. That's consistent. Tuesdays is still the show. Wednesdays we do Gears because Andy's not played them. And then like tonight, Gadabout Thursdays is whatever I want. So like earlier on I did a stream, it was Fortnite. Last week it was like Days Gone. So it's whatever I'm in the mood for, and that suits me a lot better. Fridays is the news on this channel. So that was a cheap plug on Gadabout Thursdays for the show's schedule. But yeah, I find talking like this a lot easier than playing a game and talking, especially if you start getting into the game. This is my problem. Like Fortnite earlier, right? I was just playing a Team Rumble, which I do to do the quests in it, and I was playing okay. I was playing not bad. Died a few times, but I wasn't that into the game. I played like one match and I was messing about. I can talk easier, but see if it's a game where I have to focus, like I can't articulate. So what's your tricks for that, like when you're doing it? Because I noticed in your earlier streams, I don't watch every stream, but I do still watch streams. Your earlier streams, you went from a lot of silence, which is never good in a stream, as you know, to like chatting about things that are going on. Not quite to Andy levels, but Andy talked to himself before he started streaming. But I mean, like you've got kind of a good balance where you're not filling the whole thing with just drivel. Sorry, Andy, it's not drivel. It's really good content. I'm kidding. I love watching it. I love watching Andy.
Two ways. Like, there's two modes I'll play in. Like, one of them's like, if I'm playing Call of Duty and stuff, I won't talk as much unless it is like explicit, because I'll swear and shout at the other team, and I'm also getting a bit toxic because I also talk in game chat and tell them their shit. But you know, I would never do that before. I never was one for going to game chat. But so if it's games like that, I don't tend to narrate myself. See if I'm playing it on my own. I'll tell you the trick for me. I always noticed that before I was streaming anything, when Martina was in the room, she used to enjoy watching me play games and stuff, especially story ones. I would always narrate what was going on, just really relax about it, and you know, be funny about it and stuff. And now I just, in my head, I imagine I'm doing that. That Martina's like someone's in the room, and Martina's usually in the room, and I'll be narrating to her.
Right.
And I did that to get past a kind of mental block that just to stop really giving a fuck, like, because it's, you know, just narrate it. You know, it's like stop thinking, worrying too much about what you're saying and who's watching, and just go for it. Because I mean, I played that game Andy made me play.
What one?
I should guilt because that Emily is away.
Oh, what did you do? I've told him to stop talking about this. I told him to stop talking about this with people, because is this the Facebook game?
Yeah, and I streamed it last night.
It's not a game. It's not a fucking game. He's trying to say it's a simulator. It's not. This is a visual novel. It's an interactive visual novel, like Choose Your Own Adventure and Goosebumps.
Yeah, I mean, it was horribly accurate, but it was like, Ali doesn't get this, and I was like, I don't think Ali did anything like you mean did, Andy. Like, if he didn't like the person that they're playing against, like bye. Like, it's all about like I'm not going to do a review on this game just now. Like,
you can hear it on
basically-
Tuesday 2 weeks ago, like in Tuesday's show. It was awful.
Yeah, it's just basically you're just trying to chat up a girl, and she's playing mind games with you. That's all this is about.
He loved it.
Just like, he loved it. Like, I named my guy. The first time I named it Fraser, and I was just like, fuck. Do you know that's uncomfortable to read
So you
this
called
now.
him Andy?
No, I just called myself a Vanta Pump.
Fair.
You know, typical AOL. But yeah, like narrating that was easy because, you know, like I've started reading what's on the screen and stuff like that. But also, a game like that, I was completely writing the piss out myself and what was being said. It was very easy to talk, but you know, there is a mental block when you start streaming that you have to push past. Like you have to stop worrying about how you sound and everything else and just start. And as soon as you start doing that, it will get easier and easier. You know. But
For
yeah.
me, that's good advice. For me, I find it's just if I'm trying in a game, it's just more of doing two things at once sort of thing. It's very different when you're chatting with guys on the headset or girls. It depends who you're playing with, but like, I just think when I can stream myself, but again, I can't get into it too seriously. Like Andy in Bloodborne is fine because Andy, if you play with him online, if anybody ever plays with him, that's what Andy does online anyway. He narrates, he talked, he always did this. So it's brilliant watching Andy on a Monday because he's not worried about the camera, he's not worried about what he's saying. And whatever Andy is saying, he's not forcing this. There's not been a script in 42 Level 1 since like for years. And like Andy, this is what he would be doing anyway, even if he wasn't on camera. He would be talking out loud in that living room to himself to convince himself he was, you do it, Andy, you go, Andy, yeah, get it. And I think that's how Andy lives his life. But for me, it's more,
I'm pretty sure.
yeah, for me, it's more like I'll get too focused on it. I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll forget I'm streaming. That's mainly it. But anyway, we'll get back to Twitch in a minute. What I wanted to talk about was current state of gaming. But to get to the current state of gaming, I want to know what I do know, but where you started in gaming and how it evolved and what you've noticed in the past, even say 20, nearly 30 years. I've just de-aged this. What you've noticed in the past 30 years and the evolution of where it's came to today. Not in great detail. This isn't an essay, but you know what I mean.
I can put it in one word. What gaming today is money.
Yeah, correct, money. But where did you start gaming? What was your origins?
Oh God, my dad brought home a Commodore 64. I can't remember. It's another Atari ST. What the one came out first? I had both. Commodore 64 must be because it was in tape.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed it.
Tapes.
Because I fast forward, that's the one I remember I told you I fast forwarded my cousin Stephen's Robocop tape and chewed it, and I get deemed not old enough. So I only got a computer once the cart systems came out. I thought I was cheating.
That was the loading screens were like renowned for causing epileptic fits.
Yeah,
because it was just massive colours on screen. It was crazy. But yeah, it started there. You know, hard to remember back then now, but. Then it was Atari ST. Dad managed to get my hold on these. I don't know where he got these from. He definitely didn't buy them for the shop. But and then Nintendo, Sega Mega Drive 2, Master System Dreamcast. I was very much Sega. I didn't get a SNES. I never had a SNES. I always loved going to my friend's house and having a shot with SNES because he had Super Mario World.
I like the All Stars, and like I realised when the All Stars came to like the Wii that was the version that I played first. But I was the same. Sega, never SNES.
Handhelds, and never had a Game Gear. I always had a Game Boy, but not
same.
a Game Gear.
My cousin had a Game Gear, but I had a Game Boy.
Then after that, just console after console. I mean, I gave up playing consoles for a while to drink and party.
Yep.
And then I met you. And you turned up to my house one day with an Xbox. I went here because now we can play together. Then I got back into Halo again because I had an original Xbox as well. And I played Halo. I loved Halo. I still love Halo. And then we played. That was the start of our Halo period.
My favourite night was still the night we played with those guys that were like flank left, flank right.
Oh, the guys in the tank.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. I played that map not long ago actually.
Was it not Blood Gulch? No,
that was the sniper one.
Oh yeah.
That's two bases, one at each end. But I mean after that it was it was just on to the last gen, really. And now I've moved on to PC. Gaming wise, like how it's going along, I mean, I like RPGs. I used to love RPGs. Now, not so much. I don't find I have a lot of time to invest in an RPG.
Yeah.
Which is sad because, you know, I used to love playing
Love
like
Final Fantasy.
games.
Yep.
You know, and any good story game. Even Dragon Quest.
Yeah, the new one looks so cool, but I don't have time for it. That's an issue.
What's the new one?
Dragon Quest 11 Definitive Edition on Game Pass right now, and you can swap the graphics to 2D and 3D. It looks immense, but I don't have the commitment, don't have the time.
That is now a console game, I'll tell you right now, because I downloaded it and played it on the PC, and it is not for PC. And it does not work well. The mapping, like the buttons. Well, unless you've got a controller.
Controller.
I could have used my controller for it. I'd rather play it in console if I was going to do that.
True.
But yeah, like, so games like that, like, I feel as you get older, again, the age thing comes into it, having more responsibilities and things like that. You just don't have the same amount of time to invest in these games. So now,
you get more disposable income, but less disposable time.
Yeah. Time is more valuable.
Yeah, it really is.
But like now, these days, I mean, it's all about battle royales. You know, like these are the games that people want to play, and microtransactions and skins and everything else. All the stuff that you used to be able to earn in the game, you now have to purchase, or you know, you need to purchase a battle pass to get the good stuff. And I'm guilty of doing it. I mean, I will do it, but that's my kind of go-to game now. If I'm really honest, is now in battle royales.
That's my logic.
Hi, Tasha.
I need to get my washing out.
You can jump.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I was trying to sneak by, but it's not happening.
You can't. You're not stealth.
I'm sorry.
No, I need my clean knickers for tomorrow.
I know.
What? Where's my shit?
Just continue. I'll shut it in.
It's okay. But yeah, now it's like I say, now it's battle royale games to play. It's not. I do try to find a good game. It's hard to find.
And you look like you're just a random. You look like a Muppet.
Stealth.
I don't want to.
This is not stealth. You don't want to be on it. You just walk past like the camera. She loves doing it. Do you know what her favourite thing is to do?
I don't want to be on about a wave to the camera.
I know. On a Tuesday night, what she does, I'm like, Joanne for the kitchen. No, see 9:05. Oh, I need everything out of the kitchen now, and I need to close every drawer. But I don't want to be in your show. Sure. Fame hungry. I do. But anyway, yes, the state of gaming today, you're absolutely right. It's became very much how to keep the user invested in one singular game by splurging out on be it packs of cards and your sports games to like your costumes.
Well, here's the thing about that though, it's like I feel like there's a problem in the game industry that they can't think up a new game type. You know, like they can't do, I don't know how to put this, but they can't do it properly yet. Like they're trying their best. There's games coming out and there's new mechanics and stuff like that, and that's great. But you have your classic set of games, your RPG, your FPS,
action,
and now
fighting.
it's like, what are you supposed to do? The next
You're
stage
right.
is going to be more Oculus, I think. Things like VR.
Yeah,
It's going to have to be.
It has to
But
be. It's only
It's
evolution.
just not a financial kind of
Financially viable.
It's just not viable. You know, I can't go out and spend £400 on an Oculus, you know, because I've just like spent £1,000 on a fucking PC.
And plus
I can't
the-
just put that extra out.
They're not like, even the PlayStation one, they're lightweight for 10 minutes, but you try and play you could sit and play easily 8 hours on your console if you had the time. So could I. But like, see, sitting with one of them in your head, you're going to be walking about like this. Like future generations are going to look like this because their things way down your head. So they need to make it lightweight. They need to make it cable free, and they need to make the graphics a lot better to make it realistic. But you're right. So anyway, because yeah, we have done quite a while. Yeah. What is your favourite game of all time, and what is your current favourite game?
Final Fantasy VII. Oh wait. I mean,
You can have a couple.
yeah, because I obviously got to say Sonic. You know what I mean? Like all Sonics.
Yes.
Well, not all Sonics.
Classic Sonics.
But Sonic Adventure, like definitely, that was a game.
That was the
changer for me.
tits. The tits
Aye.
is the way to describe that. I still love that game. I know it's not aged well to people going into it, but see me for nostalgia, I don't care about the graphics. Like, I'll still dip in and out that. I completed it last year again during lockdown, full Supersonic against Chaos. I loved it. Amazing.
The soundtrack was brilliant. Like,
yeah,
I'm not singing, but it's great. So Sonic I'd say Sonic and Final Fantasy series of games like all-time favourites, definitely.
Yeah.
Current favourite. Well, this week it's been Call of Duty. Like, I kind of come and go with Call of Duty quite a bit, but I've been really into this week and trying to practice getting better because I've been really shit. I'm good at Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, no problem, first and second every time. But in Warzone, I'm doing terribly. I'm getting absolutely pumped every time I play it. But now, like the last night and the night before, man, I am a ninja. So I'm enjoying that. And before that, I was really heavily invested into Valheim.
Just a bit.
I put something like
I was waiting for this.
I love Valheim though. I like building things. You know, like you said earlier, I am a tinker. I do like building things. That is why I like PC as well, because I do like to build things and how it all works together. But see, Minecraft, I dipped into that at one point in the past. Not anymore. I don't really like Minecraft, but I did like building in it. But Valheim, just having Vikings and I can build a house too. Great.
So I've got a game, I don't know if you have tried it, but I really enjoyed it. My big thing about Minecraft, I don't know they have story mode, but it didn't have a story, it didn't have a purpose, and I'm not that creative, as you know, even though I was a chef. Like, I'm creative, and kitchen wise fine, but see, like anything else, like building or stuff, I have to phone Fraser. I can't do it. So like, I need to have a purpose. I need to have some teaching. Minecraft kind of just drops you and goes go. Valheim, is it Valheim? Nope.
Valheim.
Yep. It's a PC game, so I haven't played it. The one game that I think you should try that you would really like, that's kind of covering your RPG itch as well, is Dragon Quest Builders, right?
I've got it on thingy for the Game Pass. Dragon Quest Builders 2.
I don't know about the second one.
It's coming out. It's 4 days. 4 days it's out.
I don't know about the second one because I've not played it, because the first one's got a story and I wanted to finish it, and then I got distracted, as you know, by the next big thing. Dragon Quest Builders is really, really good because it's not like a full hardcore RPG, but it gives you a purpose for what you're building and what you're creating in the land and exploring as well. So it's like Minecraft with a purpose. So I was waiting. The only point I asked you was to get to the Valheim so I could tell you about Dragon Quest Builders. But anyway, you know about it. Definitely play Dragon Quest Builders too. I would be interested to hear what you think about that. So before we finish up, do all the plugs and everything, you hit some Twitch success recently. And what was that? What did it entail? And how did you get to that status on Twitch?
So now I am an affiliate on Twitch, which means that I can now earn cashew money.
Ka-ching, as they say in old mafia movies.
So
I've never seen a mafia movie where they've said ka-ching before.
Before you're an affiliate, basically you're on Twitch, you're just streaming. You know, you don't have any bells and whistles on it. People can donate to you if you want through your channel, but you don't have half the stuff you need to. You know, it's called rewarding your viewers and having these alerts coming up and stuff like that. I had alerts set up just for followers and things like that. But now that I'm an affiliate, you can subscribe to me, which means it's like £4 a month or something like that. And I've got 13 subscribers so far, which is good, really good for the first kind of couple of weeks. I've only done a few streams as well because I'm really tired the last few weeks because of adult things. And I earn ad revenue now because every now and then when you go to a stream, there'll be a 30-second ad, so I get revenue off of that. And this makes me go on my way to partner. Oh, I also get channel points, which is really fun way of the world, and your viewers and they can interact. I can see one. So now you can earn nuts on my stream. So you can have my nuts and you can spend them on sound alerts and things like that, because you get there's a lot of add-ins and stuff like that to Twitch. It's not just you get your add-ins to OBS, you've got Streamlabs, Stream Labels, and you've got sound alerts and a couple of other ones. That's a big bunch of add-ons. But now people can interact with 3 more when you're an affiliate, and you can earn money. That's the basics of it. And your next step is partner. So you get partner when you get to 100 followers, but you have to have 75 people viewing you for a certain amount of time. There's certain things you have to do to tick off boxes to make these next steps. But partners get different things. They get like lots of bonus stuff, like see if there's games conventions and things like that. There's like Twitch partners. I can't remember what it's called. Like not a cafe, but an area for people. It's like a lounge, Twitch partners lounge. There's things like that. But yeah, I mean, I got there, but a lot of help from people in the Discord. Like, I do think joining a Discord group or starting your own if you've got enough people. We've got over 100 people. I'm a mod in ours as well. James, who plays one. I think there's over 100 people in our Discord now. We all kind of interact with each other and support each other. The Collective is another really good one. Again, I've mentioned them before. That is really, they are made to get people past that first hurdle to affiliate and stuff. And that was a big help. Because I think I got something like, I was doing not bad. I think I got something like 15 to push me past, and I get at least one subscriber, one new follower every other week, and I've had a few new subscribers through them as well. So it's been good. But yeah, Twitch affiliate is fun. It's it kind of felt nice, to get to there as like an achievement.
Yeah.
I went and told Martina, that's my fiance. And I went in and says, I'm a Twitch affiliate. Oh, yeah. She was like, oh my God, that's so good. Well done. I was like, you don't know what that means.
You seem happy, so if I smile and clap, that's it. But no, it was great news. You're getting that because, we're not going to sit here and lie and say that we've put work into it. Obviously, we've put some work into it. At some stage, you might not get that from this stream all the time, but like Fraser's definitely done logo design work for his own thing. Done logo design for many of our friends, and including this show. But like the Twitch thing was a really cool thing to see because you'd been doing it quite a bit, and I know like we're the sort of people that see when it hits, if it hits like more, like if you get up to your the one above Twitch affiliate partner. You're not going to be like, oh yeah, I worked so hard for this, because you're not. You're just going to be like, I had fun and enjoyed what I'm doing. And that's kind of what you've been, the underlying tone of everything you've said tonight about streaming on Twitch has been, have fun. If you're not having fun, there's no point in doing it. Like, don't go into it thinking it's going to be a job. You have to enjoy it. You have to. And you never know. It might become a job for some of you. Like Fraser's on the pathway to get into like the partner stage and stuff, but if you go in there thinking you're going to I'll do a few weeks and if you stop doing streams because that was your goal, then you're not streaming for the right reason. And I know you might hear everybody saying that, but the more people that you hear saying that are the big boys. You hear like IGN saying that, or kind of funny and stuff. And no matter what they say, they're not the cool indie guys. That's IGN staff that left, even though they're made out to be the cool indie guys. Greg Miller left and took all the best workers. They're really good at what they do, and I do enjoy their content, but that it wasn't rags to riches by any means. Like, it's not like they were stuck. They chose to leave the biggest gaming company in the world. So when they say things like stick at it and have fun, they might mean it for the most part, but we generally do mean it, because this is what we do. This is my hobby. This is my stamp collecting, sticker book collecting, whatever. I don't know what everybody else's hobbies are, because this is what I like to do. Mine came from a love of radio first, obviously. Like, that's what I wanted to do. I did hospital radio, and then wedding came into it, so I had to go back to chefing to get that honeymoon paid for and stuff like that. So life happens, and that's it. But I'm happy with what I'm doing now. It gives me stress relief, actually. Like, sometimes I'm like, I'm going to go and do a show, and that's just it. And some people might not see it that way, and if you don't see it that way, maybe it's not for you, because like that's you treating it like work. But no, it was really great to see the Twitch affiliate thing coming up for you. I was proud, even though I don't normally say that, and I would have just gave you a thumbs up because that's a usual guy response. But like, it's really cool to see people that I know doing well and things that they like doing, and especially when it comes to this sort of stuff that I like. Not the streaming side, because as you know, I don't stream as much. It's more this content. But for you, I know that's your thing. That's what you like doing, and to see you progress in that was a really good moment. I really enjoyed that as well for you. So well done for you. and well done for the team. Sorry, I'm forgetting names because I'm absolutely fucking shattered. The collective. Well, thank you to the collective and all these guys that have helped along the way. And I'm sure, like, now that I pass back over to Fraser so that he can do all his plugs and hooring himself out to YouTube, he will tell you all about these guys and their names and how you can get involved. Or if you want to watch Fraser himself, he's much more entertaining than myself or Andy. Check him out on Twitch.
Don't know about that.
What? Sorry, no, you absolutely are. This is just a nonsense show. So where can the guys find you that are watching this? Thank you for the live viewers, by the way. Like, I always appreciate live viewers. If you're watching this, don't expect it to change on the repeat. I'm not an editor. This is how it's going up.
Raw. Well, I honestly made it very easy for anyone to find me these days. Everything I do.
It took a while.
YouTube,
you used to have them everywhere.
I used to have touch stuff. But YouTube, Twitch.
Remember when you lied
Twitter.
about your age and it was Fraser Graham 25 and I was like, you're not. You haven't been for 10 years now.
That was a mistake. Like, picking that as an email address, that was awful. I don't have that email address anymore, by the way. But no, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Well, Facebook's slightly different, but they're all Big Fire Nuts. That's all you need to type in, even in Facebook, but it is technically Big Fire Nuts Gaming. And you can drop a like or a follow there. I usually post up when I'm going live on all of these things. And I am part of the Jamesy Plays Discord, which you are free to join. In fact, James is streaming right now on Twitch. If you search for Jamesy Plays, Jamies. Wait, no. JAMESIEPLEOIS. It's a bit convoluted. just go to me and then you'll find him. That's easiest. But he's got links to Discord, his Discord server in there, and we're a bunch of good guys. And it's, like, if you're doing Twitch, feel free to come along. We'll drop you as a follow and stuff like that, and maybe subscribe. And there is the collective. I'm going to drop them a mention just because they are a good group of folk as well. Very, very nice people from all over the world. Very nice American people who so far have been to me because they like a Scottish accent. And yeah, I think that's the only ones I really think about now.
Is that all you can think about just now?
Well, I mean, there's nowhere else. I mean, I've got my Etsy still. It's I can't remember what it's called anymore though. I sell it all the time. So it's
I love how this was obvious. I was going to ask you to do this at the end, and you're like, I can't remember how to spell anything or where to find me, but yeah.
No, that's all. Like, it's because I don't have to spell out 18 different things anymore. It's just Big Fire Nuts. Just Google me. I'm everywhere.
I'm everywhere, baby. That is cool.
But yeah, there's nowhere else to catch me other than those places.
Awesome. Do you do community nights with your community that you play with them?
Every now and then we'll do a group game. Like for a long time there was Among Us when it was like really popular to play. I know it used to be like too many of us, and then it was Valheim as well. But apart from that, not really. We don't do named community nights or anything like that. We just say who's playing tonight, and whoever wants to play can just jump in. And we've even got first come first serve things set up, so like you have to like tick a box if you want to play. But usually I'll stream on a Wednesday and a Saturday, but not like I am not religious with it. It just depends what's happening in my life. And a Sunday afternoon if I can. That's usually that's the best time I would say to come and get me because I'm most awake. Because see, having to stream at night time, I'm very tired sometimes, and I'm just like, oh, it's been a long day.
It's because you're crashing off your energy juice.
I don't drink energy juice anymore. Even this is fake. This is black currant water. This is Sneak. We like Sneak.
I don't know what Sneak is.
It's a zero sugar.
I've got water in a Toronto Raptors cool bottle, and I love it because it's cold all day.
I've got this as well, mind you. We have that after.
I'm Budweiser. Ja, ich liebe. Nice.
So, but yeah, like usually a Sunday is the best thing because I'm most awake and best. I'm at my best game.
Presentable.
On a Sunday. Yeah, like I'm just very fucking slow and tired at night time. I've got to get slightly quieter because I'm right next door to my son. But he sleeps through fucking storms, so which is really handy. And Martina doesn't give a shit how loud I am, so
nice. Anyway,
I know.
We'll wrap it up there for the listeners, viewers, and whatever. Well, it won't be listeners because Andy doesn't upload the podcast anymore. And if he does upload this, which he won't, then hi listeners, not my fault. Thank you very much for joining me tonight, Fraser. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, it's
Thanks
been
for
really
having me.
nice. Not anytime. Gadabout Thursdays aren't always like this. So as I said at the start of the show, Monday to Friday you get content here, and at the weekends if my little ones sleep or one of the grandparents takes them, again live. So Monday to Friday at 9 p.m. Monday you've got Andy playing Bloodborne. Tuesday you've got the podcast. Wednesday you've got Gears of Wednesday. Thursdays you've got, depends what night it is. Friday you've got the video game weekly news all in one tasty package. There's a tip Fraser just pointed out. Name your show something people can search for easily and don't have letters and numbers as letters. 42 level 1. But yes, anyway, for everybody watching, do all the YouTube stuff. I hate saying it, but subscribe, like, share it with your pals, do whatever. Don't watch it. If you're not watching it, you can't hear me.
Don't forget about Sunday.
What's happening
We're
Sunday?
having a reunion night, though. Reunion night. Are we not playing? Are we not all of us from 42 level 1 playing
Among Us. But you won't be able to catch that here, but you will be able to catch it over on...
Oh yeah, I'm going to stream it. That's right. Hey.
Yeah.
Like fire nuts on Twitch.
There you go. Thank you. Set up. That was a brilliantly done and a follow-up. But anyway, yes, thank you very much. This is part 2 of Gadabout Thursdays on the 29th of April. Earlier on we did Fortnite. You can check out that video while you wait because we have 54 minutes to be exact if you're watching this live. If not, watch it right now. There or there or there. I don't know how you're seeing it. I'm doing another video which is still a secret because I know Andy's watching and I know he doesn't know what I'm doing and I love keeping secrets from Andy. So anyway, on behalf of myself and 42 Level 1 and Big Fan Nuts himself, thank you for tuning in and watching, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.